White people have co-opted the word black fatigue to mask racism and say racist and prejudiced tropes about us.
You can't pause. You can't sit here and ignore all the black people talking about black fatigue. It's not just white people using an excuse to be racist. No, there's actual black people talking about this too.
I figured I'd make a video to describe my white fatigue, my white malaise, my white exhaustion. FYP shows you what you're looking for. So if you're saying you're opening TikTok and all you're seeing is brawls and fights of black people, look within. Because why are you searching for us? Why are you monitoring us? You guys have the biggest monitoring spirits of life. If you're so tired of us, just leave us alone. I'm tired of white criminals. White people commit 70% of the crimes and arrests in this country. No such thing as black on black crime. You guys created that to continue to paint us as savage.
Yeah, white people make up majority of this country and they make up majority of the crimes. But if you're looking at the types of crime, if we look at the top 3 worst crimes, it's disproportionately people who look like me and you, sir. That's why I hate polls and I hate numbers. It's like everything can be twisted. But if you look at things with nuance and for what they are, they show different metrics and signs. And what you see is, you know, a good majority of people who like me and you make up the top 3 worst crimes out there. And I don't want to say them because of YouTube, but like, just think of the worst 3 things you can do to somebody, and that's what most black people do. It's the harsh truth. And when you're looking at all these videos online, yeah, you can be constantly fed these things. The same way back when I was on the left, I was fed more videos of black people interacting with the police. However, like, you don't see white people acting a fool as much as you see black people, even if you're going out there to hunt for it. Yeah, there are the occasional videos of white people acting a fool in Walmart or in McDonald's, but like, don't act like it's majority, not us.
Just meanwhile, you guys are the ones committing all the crime. I'm tired of kids not being safe in school because people are being shot by white boys and girls in school. I'm tired of mass shootings.
I'm tired of black kids not even able to go to the park in their local community. Why are we pointing the finger at, you know, a rare school shooting when there's a shooting every weekend, sir, in our own neighborhoods, in our own towns, and in our own communities, which is supposed to be uplifting, right?
In public places. I'm tired of bombers blowing up races, blowing up buildings. White people killing people. I'm tired of white serial killers. I'm tired of you guys praising white serial killers and then glorifying them by making movies and TV shows. White men committing crime and not going to jail. Stealing money from people's grandparents and stealing money from citizens, and then you give them more and more. I'm tired of you guys causing the conditions for people not to be developed around the world or undeveloped and then label them as third world countries, second.
I'm tired of black folk just not keeping it real. I'm tired of black folk always pointing a finger at white folk instead of looking within. I'm tired of black folk talking about, oh, why don't you quit bombing buildings? Sir, be so for real. Look in the community. Look who is the biggest perpetrator against other black people right now. Little black children can't even go to a park.
I'm tired of being exposed to food that's been seasoned with air and imagination because these cows and chickens didn't have to die for no reason. I'm tired of Karens not minding their own business, and then when confronted about the business they didn't mind, then they have white tears, which then cause harm to white bodies, which then predicates police brutality, which you guys are the ones that perpetrate.
I'm about to crash out. I can't. What is this man talking about? I'm just at a loss for words.
Tired of the fact that your grandparents and your great-grandparents caused the conditions for black people to live in ghettos, black people not to own homes, black people not to have access to education, access to funds and programs, and then blame us for living in the ghetto and then blame...
I'm in a home I bought. I know a lot of black people are in homes they bought. I know a lot of black people who work, made something for themselves. Millionaires, billionaires. They work. You have to work in this country. Are there horrible things that were done to black people back in the day? Yes. We are not living in that day. We are answers to the dream. We can accomplish literally anything little Timmy or Daniel can do around the corner. There's nothing stopping us from doing anything we want to do. I'm so tired of this narrative.
Blame us for the violence that we are subject to and then blame us for the conditions that we live in.
The violence that we're subjected to. Jamal coming out. What violence are we subjected to that's not on our own? And now there's an excuse for why we act like this? Because woo! It's our fault. Not our fault. It's white people's fault while black people are acting like savages in 2025 and shooting up and harming themselves.
Wow. Story after story of teachers having inappropriate relationships with their teenage students. Tired of the white hoods and KKK and the neo-Nazis, some which just got attacked in Ohio because they felt entitled to be openly racist. Really confused and tired about those rock concerts where you guys go ahead and beat each other up, but we're savages. Very savage, uncouth, ghetto behavior. Beating each other up for fun at concerts?
This man is not comparing a mosh pit. At least, how about this? I'll give that to you. Can white people act rowdy after a game and they go ride in the streets? Yeah. Can they mosh at a concert? Yeah. But if you want to look at a mosh pit and you want to look at a ride in the streets after a game, it's all out of fun. It's all in celebration. When you look at black people in Chicago looting all these businesses, Louis Vuitton, Apple, Lulu, that's not for fun. You see black people shutting down every black club because it always gets shot up. That's not for fun.
Opioid crisis. I'm tired of white middle-class men who are criminals who all they care about is the bottom line, and they willingly put drugs into the system which kill kids and which kill college students. Wow. I'm tired of seeing overweight people in my 600-pound life not doing anything with themselves and living off the government.
White people make up majority of the country, therefore there's a larger amount of white people who are on welfare. But when you look into like the amount of like our population of whites versus black versus who's actually on welfare, what you'll see is that there's more black people on welfare compared to our total population. Both statements are true. There are more white people on welfare and there are more black people on welfare. It's just a matter of what that more is. In totality, there are more white people receiving a check on numbers wise, yes. But per the population, there are more black people that are dependent on it. And best believe I have a video coming out soon talking about EBT cards and all the food stamps and it being used and taken advantage of. So much more to come. But this man, he done pissed me off because I'm so tired of black folk playing the victim card all the time and not taking any personal responsibility and making all these false equivalencies just to further, I don't know, this like black pride, woe is me, I'm a black. I can't. This needs to go. Why do I do this to myself? Niggas like this piss me off. I swear to y'all.